everyone, it's me. Hi. Sorry if I'm super rusty throughout this video. It's been a while since I've done this, but I feel ready, I feel confident, I feel motivated, so we're gonna do this. For those of you who don't know who I am, hello, I'm Shannon. I am 22 years old, 23 in a couple of months, and I am from Perth, Western Australia. For those of you who do know who I am, you will know that I have had this channel for about 8 years, but I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I had a channel before that, which I had for 2 years, and then moved over to Shannon Uncut, now Shannon Skinner. That was changed in 2017 when I decided to take Shannon Uncut and make it as my business name, and then I changed my YouTube channel name to Shannon Skinner. But it is still youtube.com/Shannon Uncut. So I didn't really do a plan or a script for this video. With my old videos, I always did some dot points or even wrote out a full script to read from, but I found that too stressful. Even this is stressful, but I was like, nah, I'm literally just gonna say what comes to the top of my head, because I find that's when I am more myself, when I just think of what to say straight away. So yeah, apologies in advance though if I seem really awkward and rusty, and that's just because I haven't done this in a while. So my YouTube journey started in 2010. I was, I think, 13 or 14 years old, and I created a channel called Shazza2405. And the reason why I decided to create a YouTube channel to begin with was because I was so obsessed with watching Justin Bieber music videos that I just wanted to create my own. And the girl's video that I actually found, I'm still friends with her to this day. We follow each other on Instagram, and I would love to meet her in person, honestly. Most of my YouTube friends are from America, and I still haven't been there, and I would just love to go and meet all of them because we are still friends to this day. And it's crazy. It's been 10 years now, honestly. Oh my God, time flies. So my sister and I created this dance music video to Justin Bieber's Baby, and this was when I had no idea about editing. So I had the song playing on like a speaker behind the camera, had the remote, press the button. We didn't even choreograph this video. She was just sort of like following what I was doing, and it's so embarrassing, but honestly it's still so good to watch because I remember when we filmed it. So after that I learnt a little bit about editing, and I think I started on Windows Movie Maker, but shortly after that it was iMovie, and that's when I saved up for my first Mac. Got iMovie. Gen X Pen was my inspiration to everything, and I got a Canon 60D because of her as well, because she was like obsessed with that camera. And that's when I discovered the real like music video community and the people who were doing the insane like jump cut edits and overlays and all of that cool stuff. I actually really miss the music video days on YouTube. We also had a pretty cool community on Facebook as well. I remember we all used to have our own like YouTube Facebook accounts. I still wish we all had YouTube Facebook. How great was that? And collab channels. You guys remember collab channels? How great were they as well? I remember we had a few. Collab Down Under was my favorite, obviously, because it was all of us Australian girls. And I think out of all of us, well, now 3 of us are still continuing to make YouTube videos, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I pretty much got into the music videos, and then I went into vlogs when I felt more confident talking in front of a camera. In January 2012, that's when my old YouTube channel got hacked. Still the worst day of my life, really, but it was also a blessing as well, because that's when we created Shannon Uncut, and that was history. I made YouTube videos all throughout high school. I did a lot of vlogs, I did collabs, I was in the collab channels, obviously. In 2012 was also when I met my best friend Natalia. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Natalia is. We are still best friends to this day. I remember when we were just YouTube best friends, and we would Uber all the time, Skype all the time. And then we actually met in person in December 2012 when Natalia flew over to Perth. We created our YouTube channel called Hey I'm Uncut, and our internet best friend meeting video got like, I think it still has like 700,000 views or something like that. It's insane. So we met up, I think, every year. So we met up in December 2012, December 2013. Because we were both in high school, we couldn't meet up like during the year, so we did it over the school holidays in December. So Natalia flew over to Perth both years. We went to the Justin Bieber concert together in 2013, and then 2014 was the year I graduated high school, so I flew over to her in December, and we actually had meetups with everybody in Sydney, Melbourne and Canberra. that was amazing. Such an amazing experience for both of us. So I flew over again in 2015, and it was like mid-year, I'm pretty sure. I flew over for Natalia's 21st birthday, and that was such an amazing week. We had the best time. And then I actually flew over again a couple of weeks later because I got an amazing opportunity to do some work with Rode. Natalia and I were in one of their commercials for the microphone that they brought out for their phones, like for the smartphones. And I think that was the first ever microphone they brought out for the phones. And we got an awesome opportunity to be in their commercial. We've been in Girlfriend magazine as well. I'm pretty sure that was in 2012 or 2013. So freaking cool. So after that, Natalia and I hadn't actually seen each other for a while. We both got into our adulthood. That's also when I sort of drifted away from YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure it was like 2015. That's when I really started to just not do YouTube anymore, and I fell in love with photography instead, and I really wanted to pursue my photography, and that still wasn't even like as a career, it was just like as a passion, as a hobby, and I really wanted to get into that more than the video. So I guess like YouTube became less of a priority, and I also didn't really make time for it, which was so sad because everyone was like, why don't you make videos anymore? We really miss your videos. I put all of my videos on private. I did make videos 2015 and 16 and 17, but they weren't like consistent, they weren't regular. And then 2018 and 19 is sort of when it really just dropped because I had like work priorities, family priorities, life priorities, just everything. So I guess the reason why I'm coming back to YouTube is because I still get the question all day, every day from anyone that I see. They're just like, why aren't you making videos anymore? You used to make YouTube videos. I used to watch your YouTube videos. I've even received a couple of messages on Instagram from people that used to follow me so many years ago. And they were like, we really miss you on YouTube. Why don't you make videos? So I really thought about it. And because I was so into watching vlogs and seeing what people were doing every day, I was like, hey, I think I should do this again because I do really miss it. One issue that I always had with YouTube, and I guess I still kind of have the issue, is just the amount that people share online about their life. And I found that in 2015 and 16 was when I was sharing a lot about my life, and I had to share a lot of personal stuff that I really wasn't comfortable with sharing. But the reason why I had to share it was because you guys already knew about stuff, and I just had to like clear things up. And yeah, so it got a bit messy, and that's when I was like, hey, I sort of need to take a step back from sharing so much online and just focus on me and not have to think about the fact that I have to film everything. And I know a lot of people always think about it as well. But then it sort of got to the point where I was always out and about, and I was like, hey, like this would be great to film. Like I really want to film this. And I was also thinking about the fact that with YouTube, you sort of have to think about what you have to film. And it's like, if I'm not doing anything today, I need to plan to do something so I can have good content or whatever. So yeah, I just had to take a step back for a bit and have a think about if this is really for me. But YouTube has been part of my life for years, and I don't think it's ever gonna leave completely. So that's why we're trying this again. We're gonna see how it goes. I think I'm still gonna share less, but I still want to show you guys like who I am and what my life is like. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. So I guess I'm just ready to come back now, and I'm ready to give this a go, see where it takes me over the next couple of years. I have never been into YouTube for the whole like fame and money and YouTube becoming a full-time job. It's really just a hobby, and it's always going to be a hobby. I like making videos, I like editing. So the last video that I made on here, I was actually working at the Apple store at the time. I was there for about a year and a half, I think. And it was honestly the coolest job in the whole world. I love the company. I have loved the company since I was a child, basically, when I got my first iPod Touch, and I became interested in just the whole Steve Jobs thing and like all the technology, and it's just great. I still love Apple so much, so much. For Apple, I did a photography course at TAFE for a couple of months, but then I dropped out because I wasn't enjoying it, and I've never been the one to enjoy studying, so that's why I dropped out and I got the job at Apple. Loved working there for the whole year and a half, and then I got another amazing opportunity to become a full-time photographer. which I never thought about doing because photography has always just been a hobby for me, and I never thought about having it as a career, as I said earlier. So I'm actually a full-time real estate photographer. I work for a really amazing company. We take photos for real estate agents all over Perth. That is my 9-to-5 job, Monday to Friday. It's great. It's amazing. I love it so much. And I also have my own business. So in 2017, that's when I changed my YouTube channel over to Shannon Skinner, and I took Shannon Uncut and made that my business name. It's still youtube.com/Shannon Uncut, and I'll always be Shannon Uncut, but I just wanted to not have that like as my YouTube display name. I would rather have my first name and last name, and I took Shannon Uncut as a business name. So my business name is Shannon Uncut Photography. I have been doing event photography for 2 years now. I do portraits on the side, but it's mainly events, and it's so much fun. Both the real estate and the event photography is fantastic. I love it so much. I meet so many people. I have made so many friends as well, so many interesting people with amazing stories, and that's something that I really want to share on my YouTube as well, just about the type of people that I meet every day and how cool my job is. So yeah, I'm really grateful, so thankful, and yeah, so really happy at the moment, and it's yeah, it's good. It's helping me save for my future, and I think it's really good to love what you do, and you do what you love every single day. And that's what I always tell people. They're like, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Obviously, I haven't really said yes or no to that because I never think so far into my future. But yeah, this is something that I really love doing, and I do see myself doing this for a while. So last year in May, I actually got engaged, if you haven't noticed that already. Michael and I have been together for a few years now. We actually met whilst working at the Apple store together. So it's a pretty crazy story to how we met, and I still think it's fate, but you know, everyone's just like, fate's bullshit, but honestly, it was fate. And that's a whole other story, really, and I could do a whole other video on that. He's amazing, he's great. I'll put a lot of photos on the screen. So we got engaged in May. We were in Singapore, which is my favorite country in the whole world. It's my favorite place. It's my happy place. I love Singapore, and I'm so happy it happened there because honestly, it was just like my dream proposal. And I always told Michael, like, hey, I would love to get engaged in Singapore. I did not think it would happen on that trip. I had no expectations whatsoever. Everyone's like, oh, surely you saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. I was really surprised. So yeah, it actually happened at the beginning of the trip, which made the rest of the trip just so much more amazing. And we were over there for my birthday as well, so it was just great. It was awesome. So in September last year, that's when Michael and I had our engagement party, and Natalia actually flew over for that. So that was the first time that we had seen each other in 4 years. We couldn't believe it when we realized that it had been 4 years since we saw each other. And when she was over here, she asked me to be her maid of honor because her and Chelsea are getting married next month, and I was so happy when she asked me. I couldn't believe it. I'm actually in the middle of writing my speech at the moment for the wedding. It's just getting so close now. We're so excited. We are flying over to the Gold Coast to see them get married. It's gonna be great. And I can't wait to share with you guys all the vlogs that I create over that trip as well. So another amazing thing that happened at the end of last year was that my family got a puppy. He is a wriggler. So this is Fletcher. He is a almost 5-month-old toy cavoodle. He is beautiful. He is so sweet. We love him so much, and he's just made everyone so happy. If you guys used to watch my videos back in the day, you'll know that we had a border collie. We had him for 12.5 years, and I think he passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. So it's been a bit sad without the dog, and I'm really glad that we have another one now, because he is the sweetest boy. He is just so sweet, and I can't wait to share more about Fletcher on my channel. Hi. Hello everyone, my name is Fletcher. You are the sweetest. You are so cute. Before I close off this video, I wanted to just do a quick like 10 facts about me, just for those who don't know me and you want to learn a little bit more before you watch any of my future videos, but you will be learning a lot more about me on the way. The first fact is that I collect those pop culture vinyls. I have a couple of them on my shelf already. I don't have too many, they're really expensive, but I am starting a pop culture vinyl collection. They're really awesome, I love them. I also have the Marvel Infinity Saga MCU box set sitting on my shelf. It is beautiful, it's amazing. The second fact about me is that I am a bit of a health fitness freak, I guess, but I'm not one of those like full-on like super healthy gym junkies at the same time. But I do love my health and fitness. I love my health and fitness so much. I go to F45. It's an amazing gym. It's great. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. One day I might do a vlog at F45 when I feel more comfortable vlogging and filming myself exercising in front of everybody. But yeah, it's great. And I also love to healthify anything that I eat, but I also love chocolate. It's all about balance, right? The third interesting fact is that I love my music. I love playing music. I love listening to music. I used to play the saxophone. I played that in high school, all throughout high school. When I graduated, I stopped playing because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, but I would love to pick it up again this year, and that is a goal for me in my little 2020 goals list, but it is a bit far down on the list at the moment because I have a few adult priorities that need to come first. My favorite music genre is indie alternative. If you are Australian and you listen to Triple J, that's my favorite station. I love all the music that they play on Triple J. I love a lot of drum and bass as well, and of course Justin Bieber. I still love him. I think I'll always love Justin Bieber. The fourth interesting fact about me is that I have 6 tattoos and 15 piercings. I think the last video that I made on here, I don't even know if I had any tattoos yet. So I have gotten about 6 tattoos since I made my last video, and who knows what will happen in the future with my tattoos. I would love to get so many more, but I'm not going to do it as quick as what I did with my last few because that gets expensive. And of course, as I said, I've got a lot of adult priorities coming up this year that I just need to put first. The fifth interesting fact about me is that I love the color black. Anything I have is black. My bed is black. My microphone is black. My desk is black. Everything is black. I wear a lot of black as well. It just goes with everything. And I don't know why I love it so much, but yeah, my favorite color is also blue, but black. It's cool. The sixth interesting fact about me is that I can type with my eyes closed. I know a lot of people can do that, but I love typing with my eyes closed. I do it all the time. Even sometimes if I'm like if I'm at work and I'm talking to someone, I can literally type at the exact same time and still make eye contact with that person. It's so weird. The seventh fact about me, I think we're up to number 7, is that I'm actually a really small person. And I've had people say this all the time when they meet me in person. If they've watched my YouTube videos or they just follow me on Instagram, they end up meeting me out somewhere and they're like, wow, you're really small in person. I am 155 centimeters, which is exactly 5'1". So I'm a pretty tiny human. I also have really small feet. I'm a size 5. So yeah, I'm a tiny human being. The 8th interesting fact about me is that I love Doc Martens. I actually now have 4 pairs of Doc Martens. My first ever pair I had for 6 years. I've even got a tattoo on my arm of my Doc Martens. I love them that much. So now I have 4 pairs and I would love to have a Doc Marten collection in the future. I find that they just go with everything, and yes, they are very comfortable once you break them in. A lot of people ask me that. The 9th interesting fact about me is that even though I can seem really confident in front of a camera, when it comes to talking in front of a big group of people, I still get really nervous. I used to do debating in high school, and I even had to play saxophone solos in front of massive crowds. That wasn't as scary, but I find that sometimes with talking in front of a big crowd, that's where you can get really anxious and you can stuff up. So yeah, if I seem really confident on camera, sometimes I can't always be this confident in front of a big group of people, but always with one-on-one conversations, I'm like this. So, and lastly, the 10th interesting fact about me is that I am a bit of a neat freak. I love to keep everything clean and neat. I find that during the week with work, it's really hard to keep my room tidy because I'm so busy. I'm literally on the go from the minute that I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to the minute I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So I'm always on the go. It's hard to stay neat and tidy during the week, but always on the weekends, my priority is just to get this room clean and just clean up everything. I literally clean up everything in my phone, on my computer. Everything is organized. I love organization. I love being neat and tidy, and just all of that. And I don't even think it's like an OCD thing. It's more just like, this is what I want my lifestyle to be like, to be able to just like have some breathing space. And yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've been recording for a long time now, and I know that this video is going to be really long, so if you have watched this video until this point, thank you so much for the support. It does mean a lot to me, honestly, it really does. I haven't really addressed what you guys are going to see from me on YouTube. To be honest, I do have more of a plan now for YouTube than what I did when I came back to YouTube like a couple of months ago. I said this in my first take, and I don't know if I said it in my second take, but basically before I made this video and I was going through all of my unlisted videos, I saw about 2 or 3 videos that were titled "I'm Back." So that's why I didn't want to do another one. I just wanted to completely reintroduce myself, talk about my YouTube journey. So yeah, I hope you guys have a better understanding of all of that. I do have more of a plan now of what I want to do with my YouTube, more than I ever have, I think. And that doesn't mean that these videos are going to be weekly, daily, monthly. Honestly, my schedule is probably going to be so random, and that's just because my life is so busy in general. I am now finding time for YouTube. Previously, I just put it last and I was like, I don't have time for YouTube, when really I just never made the time for it. So now I'm going to make the time for YouTube, and I can promise you that, honestly, I can promise you that I'm going to make time for this. Also, lastly, guys, completely forgot to address this. My amazing new intro was made by my friend Oliver. He is a genius. He is so talented, and he has done so much amazing work for me over the past couple of years. We met, I think, in 2010 or 2012. I think we met on YouTube, Facebook, and he's done stuff on my website. He's done a lot of my YouTube intros, actually. I think he's done all of them. So yes, massive thank you, Oliver, if you're watching this video. You're amazing. I'm really excited for this year, guys, and I don't want to tell you everything now about my plans for this year. I'm going to gradually explain everything over the next couple of videos, but yeah, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.